Today I'm doing a review on two of my favorite Louis Vuitton pieces at the moment, two accessories, and I absolutely have fallen in love with them for a number of reasons, and they are my new Insolite wallet in the multicolored and my key clay also in the multicolored color. I have had this probably about 8 months longer than I had this. Most of you probably would have seen my unboxing, but these fit my lifestyle so well, and also I also wanted to just tell everyone why I bought them and why I'm just so in love with them. I think for me, being a fashion stylist, I love any of the history on fashion, so I read a lot of fashion books. I love art, I like anything that I feel is beautiful. So I wanted to get a piece of the history of Louis Vuitton when Marc Jacobs was the designer. So I think he was with Louis Vuitton from 1997 to 2013, and I believe he did a fantastic job because he collaborated with quite a few artists and got the art world met basically the handbag or trunk world, and that's why I think these pieces are so special. Because Marc Jacobs was an avid art collector, and I think he used that passion and brought it through into the company. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to get these pieces is that I heard the multicolor pieces are going out of production, and I thought I'm not going to miss out this time, because when I first started collecting, I'm a fairly new collector of Louis Vuitton, but I fell in love with the Yayoi Kusama dotted or spotted pieces, and I missed out on getting one, and I've always regretted it. So when I heard from, if you listen to a lot of YouTubers and a few, I've spoken to a few sales associates at Louis Vuitton, one in Brisbane where I bought this piece and one in Melbourne, and they were saying yes, they hadn't got any for a while, and they believe that they are going to be phased out. There seems to be some belief that there might be still some multicolour pieces made, but it will be on more high-end bags. It won't be the accessories. So, and I just think this is a fantastic print, because my sales associate was telling me it was bought out for just a limited time and stayed around for 10 years, and that's how popular it was. I think it was by the Japanese artist Murakami, and I was so impressed when I found out there's 33 colours individually screen printed onto this canvas, and I didn't realise that they vary slightly in where all the colours sit on the canvas. So I've heard some YouTubers ringing up and trying to get colours in certain spots. I mean, that didn't worry me, but I just think that's why I'm loving it, because it just, to me, is more, I know to me Louis Vuitton is a special piece of art anyway, just looking at handbags. I love handbags, but this is even more special to me when you can have collaboration with a designer and another artist. So, on to the reviews. So I will start with this little piece that I've had longer, the key clay. Now the reason I bought this is I have a few other key clays, but I wanted one that was slightly larger, and this is why I think this one is so good for me, because one, it's a work of art, but two, it has the pocket at the back. So what I do is, for instance, last night I went out, and instead of taking my big wallet, I took a clutch, and inside that clutch I had my credit cards in here, or a credit card in here, a little bit of notes or for cash, and all my coins in here. And as you'll see, there's still some in there, and I love the pink pop of colour. Ooh la la. And that was, I suppose, originally what attracted me to this piece, was the colour, the pop of colour. Probably can see it a bit more there. And to me, I find it so good when I'm putting it into my handbag. I can see it straight away because of the colours on here, and it's just such a versatile piece. I might even start, because I've got such a love affair with it again, even though when I bought it 6 months ago I loved it, but I just seem to be going through that stage again where I want to hold it and feel it, smell the canvas. But I might even start putting my keys on it. I think I use another key clay for my keys, so very, very good piece for every day, and also to take out at night time. And I love how it's got the little Louis Vuitton on the little pull here, and it's a really good sturdy zipper pull as well. So, and if anyone's thinking about getting Louis Vuitton and you've heard about the quality, it is so true. The zip just glides. Had no problems. I love how it's got little LVs on the chain there, or the bit that holds onto your D-ring or your keys. And also, when I bought this, because I have a bit of a joke with Antoine, my sales associate, that I prefer everything to be made in France. I'm not anal about it. Of course, I've got some US bags when I visited the US and bought some Louis Vuitton. I've got some made in Spain pieces, but I always have a joke and say, oh, it's definitely pushed me over the edge to buy. This one was made in France, so ooh la la. And the date code, you can see, has been stamped into the pink canvas. It says S, I think it's SN, or it might be an X, 2113. So yes, that is what it says. So very good piece, and a good starter piece too. I know these ones are a bit more expensive, the multicolor, for the reason that 33 colours have been printed on it, but also I think because it's a bit larger as well. Okay, on to my baby, the Insolite wallet. I love her, and I love her because I love the size, and as a fashion stylist, I'm always looking at ways that I can extend the wear of my clothes, or what goes with it, with everything in my wardrobe. Well, it's the same with this, because I started to think about it, and I went for the black colour because it wouldn't show the dirt, but also I was thinking I could use this as a wallet in the daytime. At night time, I could use it just as a clutch. I can put the chain on it when I haven't got one yet, but I will put the chain on it. And to me, a little black dress with some shoes and this as a clutch, ooh la la. So that is one of the reasons I bought it as well. I also love it in my handbag. Like I say, I can usually see it better because of the colours. I love that I can use it just to buy coffee in the morning when I'm at work or going to work, and I can just unzip this part so I don't have to go into the rest of the wallet, which to me is a positive. The pulls here are really, really good. I love how it goes all the way down there, and then it can meet anywhere, so it's up to you where you meet them. This one can come right down, or it can be met over there, obviously, but I usually put them in the middle because that's the way I like it to sit. It's got all the little LVs in that little hardware here. I love, ooh la la, the colour. Once again, very girly colour. It sort of makes me, when I open this, it just makes me feel happy. I love that you can personalise it. I have hot stamp mine there, so that's an individual choice. I don't intend to sell any of my pieces. There was only one piece recently that I was thinking about selling, and I was having a few bad weeks where I didn't feel well, so it sort of proved to me that all my bags come in handy, and that it was a big large bag, but that's another topic I'll get onto another time. I'm rambling, but I love how the credit cards are all there, and I have no problem seeing them. They're all there for me to see. I always put my most used ones on that side, and the other ones I don't use as much there. And I love how it's got a pocket here to put a few extra cards or receipts. Also, what I also do is I will if I get money out of the bank, or I've just gone to automatic teller and I'm in the line getting some groceries or something, I will just put my notes back down there, and when I get home I transfer it into the zipper part because I don't want to keep everyone waiting. So that comes in handy. And on the other side I usually keep some receipts, and I just empty that out every week or every couple of days. So I don't like to overload it with coins. I do keep coins in it, but what I do is I usually have this piece and keep most of my coins in here. This wallet was made in Spain, and I believe the date code is, I think, behind this side. If it's not this side, it'll be the other side. It was quite hard to find, but I listened to one of the other YouTubers. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to Handbag Girl or Handbag Lover. She loves her Louis Vuitton, and Miss Spanders and Ali V, who pushed me over the edge when I saw their reviews and I saw how beautiful their wallets were. Thank you, girls, and I do so appreciate watching your reviews, because yeah, it just made my mind up to buy it. What else can I say about this wallet? It's just, I haven't had any negatives with it yet, but I haven't had it that long. I have heard that some of the card slots become stretched. I mean, I'm not overly worried about that yet. If it does, I'll just sort of check that my cards aren't falling out. The other negative I've heard is that some people get some slight cracking along there because of the opening and shutting. Like I said, I've had no problems yet, but it is quite a new wallet. And I suppose if you're not a big wallet girl, then this is not for you. But I tend to be, I just love a big wallet, and I like a long wallet. And I just transfer everything into my smaller clays or a clutch bag when I go out. So I'm quite happy to have this big wallet in my collection. And if I was really honest, I really would like to get one more piece before it goes out of production. But I don't know if I'm going to have the money, and I don't know what's going to be left. So if you're considering getting a piece, ring up your sales associate or go into Louis Vuitton, and you might have to get it sooner than later. So don't forget, everyone, Ada loves style. See you again next time. Bye. Don't forget, everyone, Ada loves style.